Well, good evening, everyone. I hope that everyone is having a lovely evening. Welcome back to the LNR South African Gran Turismo League SAGTL 2022 Season 1 Gold Division. This is the race for the first stage of the first 3 of 9 races have been completed, and we have seen some promotions and relegations of the bottom 2 gold dropping down to silver, and the 2 teams from silver A, 1 from A and 1 from B coming up, which is going to be Eric as well as Bridgens, 2 new faces. Then we also have John van Log, and then it seems like Wandy is having problems to log in. So these 13 races this evening are going to bash it out to start off stage 2 of this incredible competition. D-Man, GT, G-Man, John van Log, Vitriolic, Ghost, Carbons, Richard, Wolfie, Bridgens, Nitro Merlin, Flash Fortress, the current seasonal leader, Fark and Eric. Nitro Merlin is substituting for one of the other KBR drivers, and he is definitely one of the fastest as well, and we might see some action going here between everybody. Then we have Bridgens, and I'll just go through the profile shortly. As you can see, the cars that are going to be used this evening is the Fittipaldi, which is a lovely car. It is a sports road car. The first of every stage of the 333 stages are special races this week. It's at Tokyo. As you can see, the track Tokyo is quite a large track. If you can have a look at the center here, brilliant long straights, much top end, and this is going to be a nice conservative race. You won't see too many hard battles going on here at the moment, and that's going to be incredible racing. So let's just quickly have a look at the standings at the start of stage 2. We will quickly jump to the total points for season 3 race results, driver standings. As you can see, in P1 currently it's Varswater Fizz as well as Richard. They're both in the same team. Then we've got Danderman, Ghost, D-Man, Vitriolic, Carbons, Flakvark, Wolfie, G-Man, Klopper, Vincent, Bridgens and Damien Bess. Unfortunately, Damien Bess and Klopper were knocked out. They went down to the silver pool, and then unfortunately, as you can see there in P3 is Danderman, and then with Zivan currently in 20th. Unfortunately, he had 2 0-point races or last place races due to his internet connectivities. They were one of the favorites to compete for the top spot of the league in competition with Fash Vaterfist and Richard. Then we also have D-Man GT as well as Corbins following in a close third, but looks like it's going to be up for grabs. And anyway, as you can see, current pool A division is KBR Shake and Bake P1 and 2 for Fars Waterfist and KBR Richard at 543 points, KBR Dream Team at 43, Blue Go Racing at 480, KBR Sonic at 462, Apex Racing at 460, and then you've got the Microwavers at 404 with KBR Grumpy at 393. That is Eric BHT as well as Bridgens. Funny enough, with Bridges and stuff, we can quickly run through the driver profiles as we start qualifying in a bit, and then we can go back to that. Just remember, thank you so much for Zappa for sponsoring one of the biggest prizes that we have here this evening, zappagaming.co.za. As you can see, with Gran Turismo 7, definitely one of the great scams that's going to be launched in the last year or two, and it's been some time now that we've waited for Gran Turismo to pop through. I will show you a trailer at the end of the video, at the end of the stream, and then we can just quickly shoot through there. So let's get back to here, and then I will tell the gents that qualifying will start. While qualifying starts, it is a 10-minute qualifying. Let's just quickly do this. Quali starts. 1 minute. Waiting for Fizz. Just quickly type in that through there for the gents. Then I'll just say it's 10-minute quali. Just quickly getting everything in order. Okay, let's just quickly get the quality on the road. Just resetting the lobby and the times. Okay, quality start. Okay, how quality would work, as you can see the bottom left corner here is a timer exactly at 10 minutes qualifying will stop. Everybody have to stop on track as soon as that timer reaches 10 minutes. They'll wait for my signal. I'll give them the signal to let them exit to pits. Then they can change their tires to start the race on. Then they have to drive and pass sector 1. Okay, this is going to make for some interesting racing. Apologies for that, gents. Okay, some of these guys will start going through the course for everything now. This is going to be making for some interesting racing. Please guys, remember to hit the like button. Please hit the like button. We are on board. Let's go with the seasonal leader. Let's go with Vashwatervis. Then we can quickly go through the driver profiles. As you can see, we've got Vashwatervis here, 1996 from Pretoria as a sales rep, currently number 1. He's Simracing Events KBR boys, sometimes Dino. Thank you very much, buddy. This is KBR Vashwatervis, Mr. Ruben. Then who we will have next is going to be Ghost. Let me quickly get his information here. KBR Ghost. There we go. Is Justin Johnson, 1980, all the way from. Well, he's a single there though. PS4 Logitech D29. There's going to be making for some interesting racing. Let's quickly jump to Fuck is it Mr. Jacob Esther, born in 1987, just sim racing aspirations, just keep going. This is great stuff. Then we can quickly have a look at Vitriolic. Vitriolic is the OG of this race. There we go, Stephen Pelser, definitely one to watch out, has a ton of experience in this racing as well. We can jump to iCarbons. iCarbons, as you can see, is 1991. Mr. Scholl is going to be brilliant racing from him as well. Both himself and D-Man GT are in order. So that is going to be making for some great racing. Not sure. They are using Slipstream currently. And bump drafting, which is not allowed. Okay, as we can go through here, we can quickly go to Mr. John van Log. Unfortunately, they haven't sent, well, they have sent their bio profiles through and everything, and unfortunately, the person with the graphics had a weekend off, so they'll be, their information will be shown by next weekend. Apologies for that, gentlemen. Then we've got KBR Wolf here going. This here Wolford also doing quite good at the moment. It's going to be interesting to see this going here. Nitro Millen is a substitute, so his details will not be on here. Then we've got Mr. Eric. As you can see, both himself and Bridgens together, they make 127 years old. Brilliant racing. They've been racing together for quite some time. 127 years between the two of these gents. Marvelous people, always there to help and mentor the younger guys. So just some great racing. Then we've got Mr. Richard going on. That's going to be great stuff. There we go for Richard. As you can see, Mr. Dicky Furi, 1975, and he's his own Simracing mentor. Right, so let's move on to the qualifying, have a look at everybody, and then let's get that in order. Just need to make sure that Carbons, that himself and G-Man, or D-Man, are assisting each other. And I do believe that the rules set out that they are not allowed to do that, so definitely maybe be a discussion afterwards with regards to the admins. We'll have a look. They don't, Gold Division or most divisions never usually do something wrong like this, or some small little incidents, so we might just have a look-see. As you can see, currently it is Varswatervis half a second ahead, doing his 149.3 with Ghost shortly behind him, Wolfie's partner D-Man GT with a 149.9, Merlin with a 150.0, Bridgens, then we've got John van Log, Vitrolic Grizz, G-Man, Flakvar, Carbons, Wolfie, Eric, and Richard. This is going to be great. And the guys, as you can see, it's only 2/10, 1/10 that separates the top guys from the field. Going downwards, 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 so that is definitely going on like that. Let's just have a look at Varswatervis on board. Sure, I can't get these on board at the moment, so let me just go to spectate mode again, get to Varswatervis. There we go. Let's have one of his full laps and see how this goes. Let's just jump back to Varswatervis. I see that D-Man GT has just pipped him off the top there. We need to clarify whether it was done with bump drafting or not. It's such an unfortunate thing. Perhaps it didn't read something or stuff like that, but bump drafting was done on the previous lap, so it'll be null and void. I am definitely just going to have to jump quickly just to monitor that. But as you can see, Carbons now is not... Oh, slight scrape of the wall. It's going to make for some awesome racing today. As you can see, it is a very high pace racing that is going on. Should make very interesting clean races, apart from one or two hard braking zones. That is probably the only points that there might become a collision or two, but not at this level. A track like this makes for great clean, smooth racing. The gens should start going now with their last lap, maybe second. Well, this was their last lap. And that should conclude the laps for these gens. to be discussed with the incident review panel afterwards with regards to the bump drafting that might have occurred during the qualifying. It's a small minor detail, however, something like that just needs to be watched. Great lap from BGRD Man GT though, nonetheless, regardless of whatever. Great lap with a 149.251. Varsvater first with a 149.3. Great, let's quickly have a look at the times. There we can see with a 149.2 fastest lap, 0.3 for Varsvater, 0.4 for Ghost, 0.5 for Merlin, within 3/10 the first 5 guys, within 4/10 the top 6 in fact. Bridgens, brilliant qualifying from him. G-Man with a 149, and then 150s for the rest of the gents with a 152 from Eric. The racing is going to be quite insane. I just quickly need to take a screenshot of the qualifying results. Then we can have that done. Okay. Just putting out a notice there. Exit for tires, and there we go. Okay, now the gents will jump to the pits. Those need to jump to the pits. The pits. Just past sector 1. Okay, there we go. The race can start. There's going to be great racing, boys. And let's get the show on the road. I believe everybody's going to be ready for this. Guys, remember to like and subscribe. Remember to like and subscribe. Let's get this quali on the road. I'll probably jump in a short second or two. As soon as they start, I can jump in. Okay, there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go. This is going to be insane. We've got D-Man GT. Let's have a look at this. Let's see how to go. Hope everybody gets off the line. Lights are on. Gents are revving the engines. Everybody's off clean. Everybody's off clean. No ADs. This is great stuff. Great launch. As you can see here, D-Man GT is coming through. What a train. What a train. This is going to be such an exciting race. Gents, let's have a look. Quickly with Varsvater first. Trailing Ghost, Richard, Merlin. Everybody tight on, tight on. Race is on, boys and girls. This is going to be making an amazing race. As you can see, some of the brilliant, beautiful livery designs and some of the action might happen coming into turn 2 at the hairpin containers. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Is somebody going to make a move? Yes, Ghost seems to make a move on the inside. No, very clean. Varsvater. Yes, Ghost is making a move on the inside of Varsvater first. Richard has a spin, unfortunately. Not sure if there was any contact. A little bit of contact from the gents. Nobody's losing too much time. Everybody seems to be fine, and nobody had a spin out. Perfect, apart from some contact, maybe have a review afterwards, but let's get on the road. No major collisions. Seems that D-Man might just be out of a slipstream from Ghost. Remember, 0.750, 3/4 of a second is the slipstream range. As soon as you get into that, your car does have a boost for your slipstream. So we can see D-Man GT, KBR Ghost, shortly followed by Varsvater first 3/10. 1.4 seconds to DMR Nitro Merlin. KBR Richard 1.7 seconds behind after his little incident. KBR Wolfie right on his rear end with 0.1 behind Richard. Virtual like another 10th behind him. I'm going to keep on this. This should be interesting. Should see some action going on here. No, quite smoothly, guys. Want to have the race to be settled. Might see Flugfer coming on the inside. Yes, Flugfer's coming on the inside of iCarbons. That's going to make amazing racing here. points are going to be incredibly close. Unfortunately, Bridgens is off. Maybe he had a little incident. I'm not sure what happened. We will definitely see at the end of the race. Mr. Consistent himself. BGR D-Man GT seems to be pulling a gap on Varswatervis, who made a move on Ghost. Okay, I think maybe that's why the gap has gone up a little bit due to the time that was lost for Varswater to be getting a move on Ghost. Okay, so there's strategies that's going to be playing a role here. It is most likely going to be a one-stopper strategy. 22 laps. Your fuel can last between 12 and 16 laps depending on how much you fuel save, and you don't have any compulsory tires, so it's probably going to be a one-stopper somewhere in the middle between laps 9 and 13. Put in another fresh shaft, your fuel will be there, and then just top up a little bit of fuel to finish the race on. So that's going to be a bit window from about laps 9 to 13. You might see a straggler or two trying something different, but that is going to be the OP strat currently. Just going to see who's going to do the undercut, who's going to do the overcut. It is going to make for some amazing racing. Varswatervis has already grabbed back 3/10 on D-Man GT, pulled another 2/10 on KBR Ghost, with Richard 1.3 seconds behind. Currently the leading team is Varswater as well as Richard. Looks like D-Man GT might make his team some points today. Nitro Millen is 2/10 behind KBR Richard. Both of them are cruising slightly out of the gap of KBR Wolfie with 1.1 seconds ahead of KBR Wolfie. Then we see KBR Wolfie followed by Vitriolic Drizzle in his beautifully blue car. That is an amazing color, even if I have to say so myself. Look at that blue. That is an amazing color. Let's see, is he going to go for the move on the inside? Is he going to go for the move on the inside? He is not going to go for the move on the inside. They are settling. This track is not meant for hard attacking and aggressive zones. Or moves, or maneuvers rather. There we go. JVLR, John Van Log Racing with 9/10 behind Eric. KBR Bridgens is already making a big comeback. Let's see what the old man can do. He's going to crucify me afterwards for calling him that. He's one of the event organizers, and that will be funny. Then we've got D-Man GT, exactly the same as what it was about 2 seconds ago with Varswatervis, 1.1 seconds. Then you've got Ghost at 1.2 seconds behind Varswatervis as well. KBR Richard another, so 4 equal gaps, 1.2, 1.2, 1.2. Merlin seems to have lost a little bit of time to KBR Richard, 0.5, nothing much, as long as he's still in the slipstream range. I think Wolfie is 9/10 behind Merlin, just out of slipstream range, maybe a 10th or 2/10. Merlin's going to have to catch up to Richard in front if he wants to keep with the train ahead, otherwise he might lose some gap. As you can see again from D-Man GT. Let's get closer to where the close racing is. It is KBR Wolfie with Vitriolic Driz, and then Flug right on his rear by Carbons, also in P9. This is one hell of a race, guys. One hell of a race. Super fast cars around a very big top end track. It's so close to tell between everybody. Little pods should start forming now. This is going to be on tire management and fuel management. I think between laps 5 and 8 we can start looking at that and see who's managing the most. But as for that, you'll definitely see some people making some good moves here. D-Man GT slowly but surely is gap to Varswatervis. You see there his line is a little bit towards the inside, not giving himself all the width to the left. Varswatervis has taken himself a very good exit there, a little bit spinny on the exit. Need to make use of all this left. Let's quickly jump into the car of the leader, Mr. Daniel Blom. Little drop shift down to third gear there, planting it out, upshift to fourth, not the drop shift to third, just stabilize the car, that is. Keeping it in second gear, nice and high revs here. Good control. Varswatervis had a brilliant exit, but let us stick it quickly with Daniel Blom, that is currently leading this super exciting race. Guys, if you have any predictions, put them on the stream right now and let us see what's going on here. What we can do perhaps is to make sure that, guys, please press the like button only. See, there are 2 likes only. Click the like button, just scroll a little bit up, click the like button, please click the like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, but make sure that you do click on the like button. There's some amazing racing that's going on. Let's have a look to see. Okay, so still on board with D-Man GT. He's maintaining that gap to Varswatervis. Want to have a full lap on him. On another purple. He's on a purple. Let's see if he can maintain this pace. Keep it to the left, tuck it into the left. Swift over to the right, get it close to the left as possible. Nicely done. You can stick it out a little bit more to the left to save tires. Let's see. You see he's got a car length of width on his left hand side. He's going in a little bit too early. That means on his exit he will tighten himself a little bit too much on himself. He is a pro driver currently, and just a little bit of things that needs tweaking and he'll be a brilliant racer. So lost the purple there. He's still at 10th up on his fastest lap, so you should see a 49 going here. If he hits this, I see he likes to stay in 3rd gear, not go up to 4th. And keeping it tight again to the right. Another space to the right. Getting it out wide. Yes. Steering inputs, throttle control, everything. Throttle control, beautiful. Braking input, beautiful. Just a little bit of steering smooth as you can go a little bit more towards the inside. And when approaching, start from way off to the right as you can. Nice drop shift. As you can see, throttle control, very good. Very good. Managed to evade the slipstream of 750 by Varswatervis. Let's quickly have a look at the driving style differences between Varswatervis. I see a few pods forming. I'll jump to some action just now, boys and girls. Jock Yoya says go KBR. Marchand Klopper says go Time Merlin. And then also evenings good luck to all. This thing eats tires. Wolfman Willie. That is very true. That is very true. This is going to be incredible racing, boys and girls. KBR Richard already bags himself +1 point. There are 2 extra points that you can get for. It's 1 plus point for pole position, and then you have +1 point for fastest lap. Let's see who will grab those 2 extra points. D-Man GT has already got +1 for his pole position. Now let's have a look at the difference at the hairpin entry and then also the S's. That tells you what type of drivers. As you can see, Varswatervis much more to the left, way more angle on the outside, brings the tire to the inside. Oh, he just didn't bring it out to the outside enough, so his input was a little bit more steering towards the straight instead of opening up on the exit. That gave him the little wheel spin, nice and wide. Also goes down to 3rd, very interesting. I would stick it in 4th and stay in 4th here. 4th will definitely be a little bit more smoother on throttle as well. Let's see his entry, a little bit wide there. Upshift early to 3rd, keeps it wide on the exit. Very nicely done. Okay, so let's quickly run through the ranks again. We have Varswatervis with Ghost with 0.9, 1.9. Unfortunately, something happened to Merlin. I'm not too sure what happened to Merlin there. He had a 152.3, so I'm assuming he had a little mistake or argy-bargy. He lost about 3 seconds, so let's see what can be done there, what needs to be done. We've got a Carbons with 1.7 seconds behind him, G-Man 0.8, almost in the slipstream range of Carbons. We've got John Fallow currently in P9, brilliant racing from you, Mr. John. Then we've got Flakvark only 2/10 behind him. Let's see if Flakvark is going to be making a move here. Let's see if Flakvark is going to be making a move here. With a massive 2.6 second penalty. He does go on the inside, John Fallow allows it, not defending too hard. Knowing that Flakvark does need to burn it before his pit stop. You have to burn your penalties within the stint that you are in. If it's on your last stint, which means you won't have a pit stop, then you have to burn it off before the finishing line, and you have to burn it off of the racing line as not to deter fellow racers. Okay, so John Fallow now 4.5 behind him. Then we've got Eric and Bridgens currently in 12 and 13. Bridgens has made some massive ground on everybody. That's some great racing. Let's jump back to the front. See, D-Man GT is keeping it up. D-Man GT is using a ton more fuel, and his tires are taking a little bit more of a beating than Varswatervis. Then you've got Ghost with almost a half a tank of fuel, also using a lot of fuel currently. Richard also using a lot of fuel. Wolf a little bit more fuel than him left, so a lot more fuel conservative and saving going on here. And then Merlin with a massive 6, 7, 8% more as well. So that should make for some interesting racing. Carbons also good on his fuel currently. G-Man a little bit less. Flakvark not using too much fuel, and the rest are quite poor. Bridgens using a lot of fuel, as well as Eric. Both of them are on half a tank. And yeah, so let's get back to the head. Ghost is keeping nicely with the gents here. Ghost is definitely keeping with the gents here. Thank you so much, Jock Yoya. Thank you for dropping that like. Marchand Wolfie, pop a like if you have not already done so. I think that is definitely something that needs to be done. Okay, so you are currently looking at your top 3. for everybody that's in the chat, literally just take a second, click on the type of message and tell me what is your predictions for the top 5. What are your predictions for the top 5 in today's race? The top 5 predictions in the race. Let's see how accurate you will be. KBR Richard is quickly catching up to Ghost after that incident that happened in the first part of the race. Richard definitely not going to allow that to happen, and he needs to prove himself to being one of the fastest drivers in this league currently. Beautiful, beautiful green car going on with a KBR Ghost. Then Richard with his bright red aggressive style, little shocking green, Luma green finishes with the Marlboro white and red type of theme. Oh yes, there you can see it is Marlboro. Beautiful livery design. And I need to give credit to Wolfie because he's probably the one who designed it. Talking about Wolfie being 3 seconds behind currently his teammates, so P4 and 5 for both Richard and Wolfie. Brilliant racing from them at the moment. 7 seconds behind the leader, so you can work at about 6 seconds since the start. So it's almost a second a lap, maybe 750 or 8 per lap. First Richard Nitro. That says Marchand Klopper. First Richard Nitro. Interesting podium suggestion there. Very solid one, in fact. Very solid suggestion there. Let's have a look at some of the guys at the back. Okay, looks like Merlin is on Wolfie's rear now. He's stepped up his pace a little bit, it seems. Yeah, stepped up his pace. Trying to stay away from iCarbons on his rear with the beautiful DMR Elite livery going on there. White and the blue that you can see there. Type of turquoise blue. I know there's a description for it. Beautiful livery. This is going to make for some interesting racing. It's going to make for some interesting racing, boys. Okay, so let's have a look closer to the back. Let's quickly have a run through the BGRs. Going up 1.6 seconds ahead of Varswatervis. About 3 seconds, 3%, 4% more fuel that is being used. Ghost also using a little bit more fuel than Varswatervis. About a second behind. KBR Richard only 1.4 seconds behind Ghost at the moment, with Wolfie trailing 4 seconds behind, and Nitro Merlin at a 0.5 behind KBR Wolfie. As you can see that green livery, really striking look there. Ooh, a little bit happy on the rear end there. Managed to save it. Let's have a look to see how Carbon's 1.3 seconds definitely catching up a little bit. G-Man 3.9, Vitriolic 2, Flakvark 0.2, John Flog still sticking on his tail. This is a three-way battle. Gents, I believe I might jump on with John van Log a bit to have a look at this small train that will look super action-packed. Let's have a look. Also going to second gear. A little bit on the wide side there. Not sure if Flakvark's little shifting out there caused a little bit of a distraction. He's going to make a move on the inside now. It seems that he's going to be making a move on the inside, side by side, almost hitting 300. He lifts for Flakvark. Maybe not a good move at that moment, because that brings Bridgens right into his rear end. If you are like this, you would perhaps maybe want to stay ahead of the train. However, let's see, maybe he's doing some fuel management, which might be a smart thing in hopes to pass him in the pits. How it will work: if you have more fuel at the pits, you'll have to put in more fuel, or he's making his move for the containers, which is a little bit better. Is Flakvark coming for the cutback? Indeed he is. He did the cutback brilliantly. Bridgens on his rear end. He went in a little bit too deep, which gave Flakvark the opportunity to go out. A little bit of mistake cost Flakvark a position. John van Log is definitely going to capitalize on that. I knew this was going to be brilliant racing. He does succeed to pull it off. However, he's got 2-3 cars in his slipstream at the moment down this massive straight, ending with a hairpin where most people do go for the dive on the inside. Mostly clean, depends on you if you're in online lobbies. So let's quickly see if the moves are going to be made. Oh, Flakvark has lost the position to Bridgens as well. Both of these guys going a little bit deep. Oh, Flakvark unfortunately goes a little bit wider. He's going to the pits at lap 9. This is Merlin. Merlin going to the pits at lap 9 at 46% fuel. Flakvark 42%. Gonna make for some interesting racing. This is gonna make for some interesting racing. Let's have a look-see, boys. Let's have a look-see. Okay, still sticking with Mr. D-Man GT. Driving very consistent, 49.9. He had identical laps, laps 2 and 3, 50.121, you don't see that very often. Then 49.9, 0.8, 0.4, 0.7, 0.6, 0.9. Ooh, a little bit of a cutty there. He needs to burn his penalty before the lap ends. He needs to burn his penalty before the lap, not the lap, the stint ends rather. He's pitting on this lap, he needs to burn it before that lap ends. Before he goes to the pits rather. Varsvatervis seems to have made a little mistake in the previous lap. Yes, he's in a 151.1. He definitely made a little bit of a mistake going on in lap 9, costing him about 1 second to D-Man GT. Looks like a little pressure is on Varsvatervis here. Ghost is on his tail with 4/10. That gave Ghost a chance to be in his slipstream. And let's see, just ahead you can see Dan the Man. Dan the Man is going a little bit wide. Varsvater goes in deep. He hits the barrier. Whoa, he is definitely not going to like that time that it got lost for him there. Not sure if he's rattled or something. By D-Man's pace, Mr. Blom, you are definitely bringing some heat this evening. Let's hope your fuel management gives you that extra time. However, I think Varsvatervis pressing a little bit too hard, try to catch up, and he made a few mistakes. I think, Mr. Daniel, you're going to come out ahead of your pit stop depending on where you stop. And yes, it's going to be a solid, consistent race. You just have to nail it lap after lap, and this might be yours. Let's not bring a commentator's curse on this. Goes 2.9 seconds behind with Wolf. He's 6 seconds behind. I think he also made another massive mistake. Carbon's 1.7 behind. Vitriolic 5 seconds behind. John van Lok 3 seconds behind. Bridgens only 2/10 behind John van Lok. Eric 15 seconds behind. Then we've got Fissy, who just went to the pits now as well. 2.9 seconds behind is KBR Richard, also went into the pits with DMRE Nitro Millen, only 6/10. Oh, Millen hit the wall or something there, or the timer just went a little bit haywire. He just lost the slipstream of Richard. He just lost the slipstream of Richard, and I think that is what he wants at the moment. I think he wants that slipstream so bad so he can catch up slightly. Okay, the moment of truth. Looks like D-Man GT and all those gents are pitting at the end of lap 11. They're going to do a 50-50 split, 11-11. And let's have a look at how that worked for them. Varsvatervis, unfortunately, with these little argy-bargies, might come out behind the gents. Very aggressive on these downshifts. Let's see how close he comes out to D-Man GT there. D-Man GT leaves the pits ahead. Ooh, don't cross the pit line, boys. Do not cross the pit line. D-Man GT does come out ahead still. And this train of 4-5, these gents are quite close to it now. These gents are quite close to it now. And it does seem that Millen might be back in slipstream. 736, 742, 748. He's just lost it again, 750. He needs to get into it very closely or very soon, otherwise he might lose out on that. Very smoothly taken that there. He needs to get closer than that. He's just lost it again. This is going to be interesting racing. Only 4 seconds separating the top 4. Very close racing. D-Man GT with a comfortable 2.4 second gap. Let's see how this racing is going to go. Millen seems to have gone a little bit closer there. This podium spot battle is going to be fire. It is going to be fire. Seems that Millen maybe tapped the outside wall there a bit as his timer just went down quite significantly out of slipstream. This is going to make for very interesting racing, boys. Ps 2, 3 and 4 are very close to each other. Richard making a move on the inside of Ghost. This might give time for Merlin to make it back into slipstream. It does. It really, really does. It does. Oh, a little bit of a slow exit there. This is where the excitement is going to happen this evening. Stick it out in fourth. That's better. A little bit of late shift to third, early fourth. That's much smoother. Seems that he's made it back into the slipstream now. This is going to be exciting racing with 149.5 to 2. Merlin's got the fastest lap. Brilliant racing going on here, boys. Seems like Fudge Waterfist. These guys are going to battle, and that will give D-Man GT some time. Yes, D-Man GT would love this for this to go on now. It is going to create a bigger gap for him in front. Let's see what's going to happen here. Close driving. All four of these cars right on each other's bumpers. As you can see, slightly ahead there. Just going onto the right hand is D-Man GT. Happy that this train is busy attacking each other. That is going to give him significant cushion ahead. Merlin not making a move on Richard as of yet. Ghost has made a move on Fudge Waterfist. Interesting, interesting. Let's have a look and let's stick to this. I am having a good look at the minimap to see if there are any other close racing battles going on. Ooh, Richard going for a late down of... Ooh, that was unfortunate. Almost took out his own teammate Fudge Waterfist there. A little bit right on the brakes. Well, that was Fudge Waterfist rather. Oh no, it wasn't, unfortunately. Managed to come out there unscathed. This is going to be some incredible racing, boys and girls. Some incredible racing. Fudge Waterfist has lost the slipstream to Ghost. Richard's trying to take his launch that he got here from the slipstream to try and boost that into the slipstream range of KBR Ghost. It's not going to do so. I think they want to launch Fudge Waterfist ahead to try and catch up to Ghost. A little bit of a nudge, nothing major. These two have always had a go at it. These three rather, Richard, Fissy and Merlin. Brilliant racing. Seems that Ghost is also starting to pull a little bit of a gap. This is very exciting, gents. Very exciting indeed. I'm just going to jump through the back. Unfortunately, Carbon's got a penalty there with G-Man at 1.3 seconds behind. Vitriol at 1.8 with a lead to Flugpark at 3.2. John Flug 2.5 behind. Bregins as well. And then Eric with 24 seconds behind. Let's jump back to this action here. There's going to be a double defending that's going to go on from this team. Of course it is. Nothing illegal about that. It is a team's team event. Unfortunately, the only two things that are not allowed is bump drafting each other ahead. Okay, close racing still going on. Seems like Ghost is definitely Splitting that gap to these two gents, and D-Man GT doing the same as well. D-Man GT with the current fastest lap of 49.2 flying at the moment. Unfortunately, Merlin just loses it there quite significantly, and then Vashwater did the same as well by tapping the outside wall, just giving that position back again just after having lost it. But it seems that it might have been like that, so let's have a look at Vashwater first and Richard. Interesting racing going on here. Ghost is definitely pulling a gap ahead. He's catching up to D-Man G2 for sure, because the gap from Vashwater first to D-Man stays the same, but Ghost is pulling a massive gap. I think he's flying at the moment. Going very deep is Richard. Going very deep is Richard. That was unfortunate what happened to Richard there. That was very unfortunate. Richard has a little bit of front end damage. Should see him go much slower through these sectors, having that aerodynamics be a little bit destroyed there currently. Should see it last for about 15 to 30 seconds. There it's already stopped, but now he's lost the slipstream. Merlin is in the slipstream of Vashwater, so this battle for third spot in podium is going to be significant. Let's see where Ghost is currently. Ghost has got a ton of fuel, Vashwater a little bit less, and Merlin even less than that. So Ghost is definitely brilliant on fuel, as well as D-Man GT, so they can floor it. And let's have a look to see what's going to happen here. But it does seem that D-Man GT and KBR Ghost currently for this evening has got some incredible pace compared to the rest of the gents. Merlin not pushing move on the inside, but I can tell you now that Vashwater will play the team member role and try and slow Merlin down, not to a point that they become in a matter or a position of colliding with each other, but just enough for Richard to get back into Merlin's slipstream. Normal tactic you'll see in F1, any racing team versus team racing for that matter. Gonna make it interesting. If Merlin needs to make a move on the inside now to keep or maintain the pace or manage the pace ahead and not let it be dictated by Vashwater first. Otherwise, Vashwater might just lean back a bit and get Richard, like I said, back into the slipstream of Merlin and make it a 2 versus 1 scenario. That is not what Merlin wants at the moment. He needs to make a move and manage the pace. Nice, smooth on the brakes from both of these gentlemen. Drop it down to first gear, planted when the steering wheel is straight. Very good exit there from Vashwater indeed. D-Man is enjoying some fast laps currently. He's really pushing there ahead. Brilliant racing going on here. Very smooth. Richard does seem to start catching up at the moment. He's gained back about 3 or 4 tenths at the moment. Vashwater first just leaning to the left to try and sway Merlin from getting to the slip. Let's jump to the back a bit and see which other races are getting close here. Vitriolic is only 2 tenths from G-Man. That is exciting. That's very exciting. Flock 5, 1.5, 1.2 and 31 seconds. D-Man currently with a 49.8, 49.9, 49.2, 50.0. I just swapped around 14 and 15 unfortunately. Ghost is running at a 49.5, 6, 7.1.7. So his consistency is a little bit better than D-Man at the moment, but D-Man just needs to keep it on track, not really pushing that much. But Vashwater first 3.2 seconds behind. Merlin a little bit less fuel than Vashwater, significant amount in fact. He's lifting and that's going to cause Richard to catch up a little bit. Don't know why the hell he would lift on the inside, try and turn in early. He just cost himself a dear position, getting a 3-second warp penalty. And he's going to get a little bit of a rage going on now. This is typical racing. He overcompensated for the slipstream, trying to get in a little bit earlier, tighter to the right. Unfortunately, overcompensated, hit the inside barrier, and now he will have consequence of the wall going there. Penalties for the walls are there so that people do not wall ride, which a lot of people do. It is a hack of the game. So Richard now back into his slipstream. That will see him lose that position if he does not get his head on straight now. Brilliant. Ghost is the similar amount of the same gap to D-Man GT currently. Let's quickly run through this positioning at the moment. D-Man GT, Ghost in second. Farshwater first, Merlin after his little incident. Back to the pressure point from Richard in fifth. Wolfie 2.7 seconds behind is sixth. I Corbin ZA 3 seconds behind. KBR 5 seconds behind. And another half a second behind. G-Man is Vitriolic Drizzt. Mr. Steven himself catching up. Flarkvar, John van Log, Bridgens and KBR Eric. So interesting racing, and yes, this is where it's going to happen now. And let's have a look at Richard for a bit on his cockpit view. Let's just go out and look at normal racing. Okay, so it seems that Richard and Millen, both after their mistakes, are quite a significant time period behind. Ghost is still catching up to D-Man GT. Ghost is still catching up to D-Man GT. D-Man GT's tyres are not as worn as Ghost, but Ghost seems to be catching up quite significantly, only 2.2 seconds behind. This is going to be interesting. Let's have a look at this gentleman's racing, going on board with him for a lap or two. Hey, Kindle Moa, thanks a lot for the question, but there are platforms for that. Let's not discuss that on a public platform. Thanks a lot, bud. The gentleman that always likes to raise concerns and stuff, doesn't matter what, doesn't matter when, that's just his style. So, Kendall, yeah, that is what it is, my bud. Unfortunately, that's the rules, that's how it is, it's how it's set out, and they have to make do with the racing, so that's quite cool. That's quite cool. Okay, so okay, boys, so that's the one, and that's how that works. Kenny, this has been discussed, it's been put in the cabinets, and yeah, let's leave that as is. That's the racing. How did your race go, by the way, Mr. Kendog? Did you have a good one? And then Zivan Yellow, there we go, boys. Marchand first, Richard Nitro, like I said earlier, it's going to be quite good racing there. Guys, let's keep the chats, decent on the stream, please. I know one or two messages that have been held for review. Let's not have that again, please. Cool, let's select the Kobe or Ghost is now just about equalizing with D-Man GT's pace. Driving quite well, just dropped into the 50s by lap 19. G-Man is obviously just trying to keep it as clever and consistent and clean as possible, just to take this win all the way home. Ooh, Ghost almost lost there. Very rushy-bushy on the edge there. Fast. Moves are being made here. Ooh, Richard has a little bit of a spinny. Merlin is all the way here. Tires are lack of shots. So it seems that this racing is being done here. Battle for P3 seems to still be on. Not sure what happened with Merlin and Richard or Fast though, for that gap to disappear that fast. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here. Everybody's tires are quite shot. In fact, worse than the two guys ahead. Obviously, no battling from the two guys ahead. But even Wolfie has caught up now. These tire wear is brilliant at the moment. Richard 9 tenths behind, and then Merlin is 4 tenths behind KBR Fast. I think we can stick it a bit here. This is going to be for some close racing. Okay, this is going to start coming to a close now, boys, by lap 21. We should start heading into the last lap now. Oh, Merlin catching that slide. Oh my god, that made it so close. It's going to be a three-way battle for 3, 4 and 5. Merlin is in a KBR sandwich. I believe it's KBR Shake and Bake is what Team Richard and Fast for the Fist calls themselves. This is going to be an intense race. Ps 1 and 2 are running away with it. These three are battling, and they know the battle is on for P3. Everybody is in everybody's slipstream, and KBR Wolfie has just poked his nose in the rear, as you can see there. Loving that these guys are battling. It's giving him a chance or a look at this. Getting it closer, Mr. Consistent himself is here. Wolford hailing all the way from the Limpopo province in P6 at the moment. Smelling the blood of the feud that's going on ahead here. Merlin going on the inside. Ooh, and Richard made the move on the outside stick with the slipstream boost speed bonus that he got there. This is going to give Fudge for the Fist a little bit of nice cushion. Like a Hakkinen Coulthard type vibe or a Hamilton Bottas vibe. Let's see though if it can be a Red Bull situation whereby Richard can do what Perez did in the penultimate race in Abu Dhabi. Merlin's on the outside. He is slightly ahead at the moment according to the timing sheets. This is making for some seriously close racing. Ooh, that was unfortunate. A little bit of a tappy. Not sure. It looked like a little bit of the inside outside. It's inevitable that will happen there. You do not go on the outside inside. One has to give way. The race is definitely not over. It's far from over. It's far from over here. Less than 6 tenths. Ooh, Richard went a little bit deep. Wolford can smell the blood. And let's quickly have a look at the winner that's coming through here, Mr. D-Man GT himself. Let's see as he crosses the line. Brilliant racing from him from start to finish. He had that early gap of slipstream. Flashing his lights. Making a nice little move there going on. KBR goes solid P2 for him. And then we've got Fudge for the Fist. Ooh, something happened to Merlin, I believe. Ooh, what happened to Merlin? Merlin had an insane crash or something. He ran out of fuel. Unfortunately for him, he ran out of fuel and he's going to be losing a ton of positions. He might still come last indeed. Let's have a look at that. Brilliant racing from KBR Richard, Wolfie, iCarbon's Vitriolic. Merlin currently in 10th place. He might lose to Bridgens. He's going to lose out to Bridgens as well. Indeed, 11th, 12th and 13th. Not a good way to go, as Eric will be finishing a fuck crosses the line. Lefting, coasting, burning his penalty. Ooh, he's going over the line with the penalty, and we will see what happened there. Eric is burning his penalty. Seems that it's burnt. He's picked up his pace now. Brilliant racing from everybody. Great racing from D-Man GT. Mr. Eric himself, between himself and Bridgens, like they said, 127 years between these two old-timers. Bringing it home for the gold division is KBR Eric. Brilliant racing from everybody. Great stuff. As you can see, that is the racing results. Brilliant victory for D-Man GT. Brilliant racing going on. Great stuff. Let's have a look at the race results. Just quickly gonna have a screenshot taken here. And then bottom for 13. There we go. Fastest lap for D-Man GT. He got the all in all here. Fastest lap, pole position and the win. Great racing from him. Definitely people need to watch out. He is on a charge to make a point this coming stage. Brilliant racing from everybody. Let's just quickly get the save replay. Just writing to anyone here, sometimes when you save replay, it corrupts. Let's just have a look how it goes there. What will be going on. Save and share. Brilliant racing. Save and share. Okay, that was a good race, boys. Let's play again sometime. That was good racing. Brilliant stuff, boys. Okay, so again, like I said, guys, please have a shout out or go have a look for zappagaming.co.za. They are the sponsors of the brilliant GT7 game. If you are not too sure how GT7 will look like or be presented as, let me quickly play your trailer and then I will head off for the evening. Have yourselves a beautiful evening and thank you for that. Let's quickly have a look at what GT7 has in store for us.